stakes are high and needs are more complex when running an established consumer products brand. You've got mounting pressures across multi-channel sales, complex supply chains, inventory across multiple warehouses, and leadership needs fast, accurate data to make decisions. That's why leading brands partner with Baker Tilly, an accounting firm that specializes in the consumer product space. Their team understands the unique challenges of scaling product-based businesses, whether it's navigating transactions confidently, sales tax compliance, integrating ERP systems like NetSuite, or predictive analytics. Baker Tilly delivers. Discover how Baker Tilly's industry-focused services can help elevate your business. Visit bakertilly.com.
So you got this kind of incredible backstory, the family that you come from. So let me just, I'm going to kind of lay it out here. You tell me where I got it right and where I'm kind of missing. Okay. So you have FJ Management, which has existed for how long?
Well, the name FJ Management is from 2010.
Okay.
But the former name was Flying J.
Yes, and I remember Flying J.
So, yeah.
I always remember Flying J.
1968.
Okay, long time.
Is when Flying J came to be. And then we changed the name in 2010 to FJ Management.
And that was started by your father.
Yes.
Is that
Flying
correct?
J was started by my dad.
And what is your what is your family history? Where was he from?
He was from Soda Springs, Idaho.
Soda Springs, Idaho.
And he was from, his dad was very entrepreneurial. His dad had car dealerships and a few service stations and post office. They'd build a post office and rent it back to the
Are you serious?
Service. Yeah.
For basically just because you own the land. And
right. Yeah. You just build it and then, yeah. So that's kind of where I think he got his entrepreneurial spirit. And his dad helped him have service stations that were called Maverik.
Oh, interesting.
But my uncle and the uncle I never met, actually, Roll Call is his name, that started in 1928. At first, he had businesses and they were branded Sinclair.
Oh, interesting.
Into the mid-50s, I would say, once he decided he didn't want to do branded anymore. He wanted to be independent.
Yes.
So he came up with the name Maverik and started building stations. Well, he didn't really care if others used his name. So my dad and my grandfather built a few stations and put Maverik on them.
Oh, interesting.
And then in 1964, which is the year I was born, actually, my grandfather and his brother decided to merge.
Okay.
And 6 months later, my grandfather died of a massive heart attack at 47.
Oh, wow.
And my father was 24, and he went to work with his uncle doing Maveriks. And he did that for 4 years until he decided he wanted to go off on his own. So he went off. He was a pilot. He had planes.
Yeah.
My dad did, just private pilot.
Wow.
And so he didn't want to compete with Maverik, which was being built in the West.
Yeah.
So he went to California, Washington, and Oregon and started building self-service stations.
Oh, interesting.
And he was, back then, in the mid to late 60s, you still had people come out and say, what kind of fuel do you want, and pump your fuel.
Yeah.
So self-service was a new thing. So I wouldn't say he started it, but he was one of the first people to do it.
Oh, my goodness.
So he did that on the West Coast for a long time. He got up to, like, I believe, around 35 stations.
So what's the Sinclair connection here? Is that similar? Is that the same Sinclair gas station?
It is, but Sinclair was just a brand, right?
Yes.
So it wasn't owned by my family or anything. It was just you branded yours, just like it is today.
Yeah.
You know, they're not, some are company owned, I believe, but a lot of people still brand Sinclair, right?
Okay.
It's still a brand.
Oh, it's okay.
So we just left the brand and started calling things Maverik.
So
which would be called like Independence.
Big West Oil. Tell me about that and where did it begin? And kind of where does it fit within the ecosystem of
So Big West Oil is the name of our refinery in North Salt Lake.
Yep.
And I would say we have some other businesses under that, but primarily Big West was our refining division, our refining division. So that's what Big West Oil is.
Is that, okay, obviously it's a massive refinery. How many refineries are in Utah that are not owned by Big West?
Well, there's 5 refineries.
Okay.
And ours is one.
Okay.
of the 5, and it's the second to smallest at 35,000 barrels per day.
That's still a lot of barrels.
It still is a lot of barrels, but yeah, they're all together, so they look.
Yeah.
All but one are right next to each other. So when you're driving, what?
Who are the other 4?
So Marathon, Chevron, Holly Frontier are the other 4 big ones.
And they're not Utah-based companies.
Well, I mean, you could argue Sinclair, Holly Frontier, right?
Yes, yeah.
So, because they merged together a few years ago. But no, they're bigger oil companies.
How does somebody get into the oil business?
Well, my dad, I think, in the day saw opportunity to sell fuel at low prices. Would be as an independent versus being branded. And he got into it, and then he was like, well, I have to haul fuel from the refineries or from terminals, so I'm gonna get tanker trucks. So then he started a trucking business, and then at some point he had an opportunity to buy refineries and then exploration production too. So in the end, Flying J was a fully integrated oil company because we had exploration production through retail. And then when he went through the bankruptcy, we kind of detoured from that for a little bit. But by 2012, let's just say between 2010 and 2018, we migrated back we're fully integrated now too. We don't have a ton of exploration production, but we do have some that services our refinery. And then we have the refinery. We still have a large trucking company, and then the convenience stores.
You know what you guys remind me of? I was watching this show. It's called, I think it's titled as Men Who Built America, and it talks about the history of Vanderbilt and Rockefeller. Like, your family kind of reminds me of that.
Well, it is. I hope we can be that.
That's what it feels like. It's like I'm like, how do I invest in Crystal Maggelet? I mean, it's like I would hate to play a Monopoly game versus you. Okay, he's like, I'll just figure out this. But it's so cool. So like, starting off with Vanderbilt and just becoming, I believe he was the oil guy, right? The oil empire. And then Rockefeller became the railroad empire.
Yeah, Rockefeller was into oil too. I mean, I don't know a ton of history, but they were, oil was a big part of a lot of those
kerosene and
families. And rail was too, and transportation. So
they're brilliant stories, by the way.
Yes.
Just listening to them, you're like, those people were legit. Like, they knew what they were doing right off the bat.
Yes, they did.
And it seemed like they both kind of came from just kind of
nothing. I mean, it's the American dream, right?
It is,
There's
right?
a lot of people out
especially
there.
Rockefeller. He came from the kind of, but it's pretty crazy. Okay, so I'm going to try to piece together the rest of this big group that you have. So you got Crystal Inns. Is that right? Is that still part of your portfolio?
So Crystal Inns are my what I started.
Oh, really?
Yes. It was my dad's brainchild and my dad's idea. And I was living back east.
Yeah.
And I was single. And my dad said, hey, I want to build a hotel. Do you want to come and build a hotel?
Wow.
And I said, sure. That'd be awesome. Because I had thought about going to hotel school for my undergraduate degree. So it was kind of full circle. I hadn't done it. I got a business degree. But and so he offered me that opportunity. And I went to, when I came to visit Utah, I was on my way to a wedding. And I met my husband at the wedding. And so my husband and I, now ex-husband, built Crystal Inns.
That's incredible.
That was our first business. So.
That sounds incredible. That's a great first business. I don't even want to tell you what my first business was in my life. I don't think it'd be very well telling, but that is incredible. How many Crystal Inns are there now?
So we have 5 Crystal Inns. We actually got up to 13 hotels, but we've sold some. And we didn't build any for a long time, but now through FJ Management, we built a Staybridge Suite in Carson City a few years ago, and we're building a Holiday Inn Express in Sparks, Nevada.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we are starting to build a few hotels again.
Good
after a long time. It's been since 2000.
That sounds like kind of a really fun division of what you would do. Is that just me being naive, or would that be really fun to kind of find the location and kind of population growth?
Yeah, I mean, I have someone that's amazing that runs that for me that's been with us over 25 years. Wow. And he's done that for a long time because I've been CEO at FJ
Yeah.
for, since 2010.
Yeah.
So 2009. So he's been running the hotels a long time.
And there's a trucking business within the family. Is that
Yes.
correct?
The truck, yes. But it is very much a part of our network,
Distribution
right?
yeah.
Because like the trucking company hauls crude oil
Yes.
to the refinery, and then it hauls finished product, gasoline, diesel, to our stores.
Well,
it's called Maverik Logistics, and then we bought Kum Go. They also had a transportation company called Solar. We do Solar does a little bit of outside hauling for others, but Maverik Logistics is completely Maverik.
That acquisition for Kum Go is a really big deal. Like that for people across the country, a lot of them would be familiar with that brand.
Yeah.
I mean, how many states was it in?
So we're now in 21 states, I believe,
incredible.
and we were in 13 before. I mean,
so double
we had
the presence.
Overlap. We had overlap. We went from roughly 400 to 800 stores.
It's mostly Midwest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they were starting. They had opened a few stores here in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
But we have a lot in Colorado, Iowa, Missouri. So.
Okay, so I'm fascinated about this. How did you? What stood off? It jumped off the paper where you're like, that would be a good acquisition partner. What specifically about the business? Because I imagine, like when I look at somebody like Maverik, as just kind of a backdrop, Maverik, and we were talking about this in the elevator, reminds me a lot. Like the only comparison I can come up with in Utah would be Harmon's Grocery. Harmon's used to be like a Reed's. Like it was kind of a nothing store.
Yeah.
And now it's this beautiful specialty retailer, everything else. And it's the same with Maverik. Like I just remember it just being a tip. Everything was so typical about a gas station. There's almost nothing that separated any of them.
Yeah.
And now Maverik is like an experience. And
we try to make it that.
You do. It's a very solid brand. And so I'd imagine when you go and you look to acquire another one, they're not going to have the same type of messaging to their customers and everything. So what is it about Kum Go that you're like, okay, that would be a good partner?
I would say the very simple answer is their stores were new.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were taking on stores that didn't fit our look and feel. They were the right size. Mm-hmm. They fit geographically. We were in some states with them, but they sort of joined, right? Yeah. They were in states we weren't. And so it was just a really good fit in that way. Wow. And so it's been, we decided, it took us a long time to decide to rebrand, but we are rebranding all the Kum Go stores to Maverik.
Maverik by the end of this year, Is that right?
Yep, we'll be finished by the end of this year.
Oh my gosh.
We brought our food program and, our theming to those stores. That's part of the rebranding.
I can't imagine just the cost of rebranding all those stores. It's got to cost.
It's a lot.
A lot of money.
It's millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But we believe it's worth it.
For sure. Yeah.
Long term. So
one thing that I kind of always thought about with, and I think it's kind of typical about convenience stores, gas stations, it seems like everything is pretty inelastic, right? It's like whether it's the gas, it's not like you can really deep discount somebody off of it.
It's a commodity.
Right? It's a commodity. And even the experience is kind of typically a commodity. So what are kind of the drivers of profitability by owning a gas station? I'd imagine it's probably like cigarettes, liquor.
Cigarettes and sodas.
Sodas, yes.
Food, and of course the
Monster drinks.
Yeah. I mean, there's different, that's kind of the good news about what we do. There's a lot of different pieces to it, right? Yeah. So it's not just food or just fuel. It's like it's convenient.
Tell me if I'm right on this. My interpretation is, since it's a commodity, even in big recessions, you probably don't feel great economies versus bad economies as much as other types of businesses. Very true. You're just kind of always flat.
The most that happens is that people have a certain budget and they might spend it in the store. If gas costs more, they may not go in the store.
Yeah.
Because they're going to prioritize the gas usually.
Yeah, they'll prioritize the gas.
When the gas is less expensive per gallon, they may spend more money in the store.
I do that myself. I'll, if economy is a little tighter, then I'm like a creature of habit. So I always go in, I buy the same energy bars. I buy a Monster drink. I buy some, chocolate protein drink. And a lot of times I'll have those on like Amazon auto renewals. But when I'm feeling good about life, I don't worry. The convenience is more important to me because it's right down the street from the gym. I go and I pick which stuff I want for that day rather than whatever's been kind of pre-selected for me previously.
Right.
Yeah, and I bet everyone else is kind of the same way.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Everybody has from the stores their favorite thing, and it's fun. It's fun because when I meet people there, I always say, I love my Diet Coke with coconut, or
gotta have it.
whatever, like whatever they like. So
I think I was in an interview with the founder of Swig, and she was talking about how she. I hope I have I believe this is the same interview. Pretty sure it is. Nicole Tanner, and she was saying that when she was looking at a gas station, she would go in and she'd see who was coming out, and so many of them were people that are just buying drinks. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of developed its own culture, right?
Yeah.
Like so many people, if you go just to like a typical hospital and talk to a nurse, or you go to an elementary school and talk to a teacher, a lot of times they have their big drinks, right? Or they have kind of their setup for the morning. Yep. So I'll imagine day over day, a lot of your customers are repeat customers. This is kind of habitually kind of what they do.
Yes. And it's their store. It's their Maverik.
Yeah.
And they know the people in it. So, we have team members that stay with us and store directors for years. And they become like family to their customers.
Yeah.
And people get really, they just become very close because it is part of their daily routine.
It is. That's true. Like for me, it's always the same 3 workers that are working there, and I'm always like, "Hey, how you doing today?" It's like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with them for me.
Yeah, it's comfortable, right?
It is. It is comfortable
to see people and smile and
see them again.
Hopefully, say hello and have a good day and all that. So
I was reading about this thing, which is kind of interesting. It was about how you now have some self checkouts.
Yeah, all our stores have.
So they have self checkouts, but some of them are underutilized because people are so used to just like it's almost like they're not thinking about like the opportunity cost. They're there just to get
or whatever.
That's right.
Say hi and check in with how the family is.
Is that slowly getting better where people are starting to use their own?
Oh, I think we have really good utilization on the self checkout in our really busy stores.
Yeah.
Because if you want to go to and talk to the what we call a venture guide, you can, but if you don't want to wait in line, you go there, you go to the self-checkout. So we do have a lot of utilization with self-checkout.
I'll tell you what I love about your stores. I love how big of a footprint they are. You feel like you're walking down an aisle and you're not crammed between somebody else. You feel like it feels a lot more of an experience than a typical convenience store. I mean, just even the murals on the walls inside, and you're like, it brings a whole different level to something that was a commodity. And anyway, that's something
that's what we try to do.
So how did you come up with that whole concept? Because that did not exist in convenience.
So I do not get any credit for that.
Okay, who is it? Who gets credit?
So my cousins who own Maverik when we bought it, there's a lot of people. Well, there's a handful of people that would like to take credit for Venture's first stop.
Yes.
Which I don't know exactly who really. There is a marketing company that would claim it. There's
I'll bet a lot of people would, because that would be a career maker.
But it was a game changer for Maverik.
Yes.
And I will say that Brad and Mike Call, they're my cousins that I bought Maverik from, they lived it, right? So when they decided to be Adventure's first stop, everybody got to quit wearing suits and ties to work.
Wow.
It's like, I believe it was in the early 2000s.
And that was their livelihood. That's kind of how they lived.
Everything was about Adventure's first stop. They took their employees to wild places like Thailand every couple of years. I mean, the corporate employees.
So it makes sense.
They called the corporate headquarters base camp like we do.
Oh, no
and
way.
They changed, the titles, like the CEO was Chief Adventure Guide.
I'm giving them credit then.
Yeah, they get credit. I would say my ex-husband, Chuck Maggelet, when he was CEO of Maverik, he updated the logo, kept Adventure's First Stop, and updated the murals to be not colorful cartoons, but photos. which is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they, no matter where we go, like the Kum Go's that we are rebranding to Maveriks, the pictures are from the local area.
That is so cool.
People come in the store and they might see some famous bridge and
they know it.
Engaged on that bridge.
They know it, yep.
So I really think that was pretty brilliant too. And that was another step.
Is that hyper customized per store? That is so cool.
Or community at least.
Community.
If you have 2 stores in that.
So smart.
Yeah,
okay. Fun. So I want to hear the goal and the projection. What's kind of the goal over the next 15 years? Are there certain states you're kind of eyeing?
Yeah, I mean, I think we really will continue. We have, our brand is so known and we still have places we can build in our footprint.
Yeah.
So we don't really have to go outside of that.
Yeah.
I think it's a mistake to do that because then you know, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for the Midwest to understand, to lose their Kum Go and who's this Maverik. And that's going to be, it's a little bit of a challenge.
Yeah. Customer acquisition costs would be a little higher. Right. They don't know who you are. Shipping to new location.
Loyalty programs, things like that. So, you know, I think we build around 35 to 45 stores a year. And I think we'll probably keep doing that.
That is a ton.
It is. You grow fast.
That is ridiculous. That's literally one out every 11 days.
Almost, yeah. I mean, it's a lot.
That's insane.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You're at 800 or something?
We're 840.
Holy cow. By the time this airs, you'll be at 860. I love that.
I don't know.
You're outdoorsy.
Crazy. I am very outdoorsy.
Okay, so tell me favorite things to do.
I work out every day, so running.
Good.
And I ski a lot. I love to ski.
Both of those are hard on your knees. So what do you do to make your knees?
You know, I was skiing and tore my ACL a couple of years ago. And Vern Cooley repaired it. Oh, and it's awesome.
And you're good.
It's good. I ran a half marathon a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to run another half marathon on Deseret on the 24th. Because I have to run a marathon before I turn 61.
That is impressive. That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you, early in my career, you did a lot of sports in early, mid-20s, so you feel very athletic. And then I got an office job, and I didn't do anything for 4 or 5 years. And you can notice the depreciation of your knees really fast. Where all of a sudden you're trying to walk up the stairs, you're like, why is my knee hurting? And then you realize, look, I got 1 or 2 directions to live the rest of my life. I'm either going to be working out every day, or I'm going to slowly deteriorate. And you have to make that decision.
Yeah.
And it's
it's a huge part of my life to work out. And I feel like I'm a lot healthier than younger.
Yes. Do you like hiking?
I love hiking. Yeah.
Where do you hike?
Definitely.
Where's your favorite?
Well, I have a home at Deer Valley, so there's a lot of trails there. Yeah. I mean, I actually feel guilty because, and also my home here in Salt Lake is by the Capitol, so Ensign Peak and City Creek, lots of favorite hikes there.
Yeah.
But I'd like to explore more of I travel so much, I'd like to explore the other places.
I have a tip for you. So below us, we're building a Maverik. It's in Salem, Utah.
Okay.
I live up in Woodland Hills. And they have these incredible switchbacks.
Oh, nice.
That is your next tip.
All right.
Because it'll overview all of Utah County. It's absolutely stunning mountain. Trees are everywhere.
Oh,
so that's
cool.
You do that. You let me know.
That.
Yeah,
all right.
It's
Salem and Woodland Hills. What's it called? Do you know what
I don't know. I think we're too small. We don't even have a name for it. But it is awesome.
It's really good.
Yes, it's really pretty. It's kind of like a lot of fir trees, and then you start getting into the aspens. And it's just it's unbelievable.
Very cool.
I think we can agree that this is a gorgeous state.
Yes. Yes. It is. And more people are finding out about it.
Yes, it absolutely is. I was reading this thing yesterday about the average, this is kind of the downside, the average lot for an acre lot in Utah is 198,000. And they compared that to, it's the second highest next to Rhode Island, which is 350,000. But most of the states were 5,000, 10,000. And it's
it's gotten crazy.
I know. What are we going to do about the huge housing crisis?
It is. It's really difficult.
It really is.
Definitely.
And you don't even know. It's hard to even figure out how to even solve it. It is weird when
you've grown up here and it was always so
open and developed.
Yeah, it was always so easy for people to buy a home. And just COVID sort of really tipped that upside down in a way.
I know. There's been so many things that have kind of hit it. And it's, it's interesting. I was talking to Governor Cox on the podcast, and he was talking about how that's his biggest priority is we're behind 35 to 50,000 homes. But the problem is they can't get into those homes because of costs, right?
Yeah.
Labor costs and development. And now everything's kind of high density, which is weird because you're driving around, you're like, you
go down
like
south in Salt Lake, and it's like, what the
am
heck?
I in Brooklyn?
Who lives in all these
Isn't this
apartments?
crazy?
It is. It's crazy.
Okay, so I want to know favorite movies.
Ooh.
What do you got, Crystal?
Of all time?
All time.
I know this is weird, and it's way back when, but somewhere in time.
I've listened to that song. I don't know if I've ever seen the movie, but the song's iconic.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Time. Okay, I've got to watch that. That was like 1980.
Old. Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that. Okay, and then what else?
What other movies?
What have you watched recently that you're
What
like?
have I watched recently? You know what I watched recently was a TV series called Four Seasons.
Oh, I saw that on. I've
Which
seen
was
it, but
pretty short. Like,
Yeah.
I think first episodes. I don't have a ton of time to do movies or TVs, but
because
I
you run like
binge watched
14
that.
companies.
I binge watched that, and I thought it was really cute and realistic.
When you listen to podcasts, are you one of the type of people that listen on like 1.5 speed because you're like, I don't have
Yeah,
time.
if I listen to them, yes.
My wife's like that. I'm like, I don't even know how you're even listening to this. It's just
And
like
you know the hard
blowing
part, like I am in a book club, so I read a book a month, like
Okay.
a pleasure book,
Wow.
right? Well, I don't really read it. I use Audible.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what the titles are.
You just know the
I put it in
content.
once, so I'm terrible. So it's bad to ask me what books or what movies, because it's just
But Four Seasons.
I'm outside all the time.
Four Seasons should be on my list.
It should be, and you'll be able to get through it really quickly. So.
We're just watching the show called The Spanish Princess, I believe. That's one to kind of recommend. It's very interesting. I think it's like
Is it movie or TV?
it's a TV series, just ended on season 2, but it's this Spanish family that married into the royalty families of all across Europe.
Oh, I love that.
It's incredible. And
I watched all like The Crown and
I love that stuff. Yeah, The Crown, that's a phenomenal show.
fiction.
Yep. What was the other one? There's like The Crown. There was another one that was...
No, it was like Queen. It was something to do.
Oh, Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria.
Victoria was so good.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll love this show.
Okay.
Okay. I'll text it to you. But it's like it is unbelievable. And I started watching it because my wife has somehow she already got through like 5 episodes. So I was just sitting there and watching. I was like, this is actually incredible. But it was talking about how one sister went up and was now running Scotland, and the current sister was running England, and then another one was running Italy to France, and they just had a war with France, but they wanted to repair the relationship, so they sent another one of the daughters to marry into France, like immediately after fighting them. I was like, this is incredible.
Wow.
And then one sister was fighting the other sister, which was in Scotland, England. Anyway, Spanish Princess.
Spanish Princess.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
All right.
So you're outdoorsy. Are you like a swimmer?
I mean, I will swim, but I'm not like.
You're not like.
It's not. I'll do it occasionally to work out, and I like it, but I'm not a major swimmer.
So if you had your 4 kids, and you had them for a week and a half, uninterrupted, on a vacation, where would you go? And where would you recommend? 2 different questions.
So, I have done boat trips with my family, small boats, just with our family.
Like a lake pal?
A yacht.
On the ocean?
Yeah.
On a yacht?
How fun in Croatia.
Okay.
And Greece and Turkey. That was amazing.
Okay, you have to tell me, to me, and this is probably really ignorant, it seems like any size of yacht would be insane. But is there a difference between like small yachts and medium-sized yachts and big yachts where you're like, I've got to get more room? Or is it just all...
I mean, it's all about how many cabins.
Yeah, is that what it comes down
and feet, how much length.
So you did this in Croatia. How big was the yacht?
I think the yacht was like 120 feet. I mean, it wasn't like a super yacht.
That's big.
So it's big enough. Yeah.
How does one rent a yacht?
Go online. I want to rent there's brokers.
That's got to be the most amazing experience.
It's an amazing experience.
You just
It is an amazing experience.
you just sit around, you talk about whatever,
you can go.
jump
It's like
on the.
camping on the ocean.
That is incredible.
Yeah, and they usually have crews, so they take care of you. It's fun. It's a privilege to get to do it. But when you say the other thing I've done a lot with my family is adventure trips, biking trips.
Wow.
Which is super fun also.
Where do you go? Moab?
I've kind of been, I do not explore
Utah?
where I live. I wait.
You go everywhere else.
I'm waiting to explore Utah till I can't go other places.
Yeah, it's a super idea.
But it is kind of funny. Now I've done a lot in Europe.
Wow.
A lot of biking trips in Europe.
I've always wanted to watch the Tour de France. Are you a watcher? Do you watch Tour de France?
I've watched the tour. I climbed Mount Ventoux, which was part of the Tour
No
de
way.
France.
Are you
On
serious?
bike. It was long.
You're a little too healthy. It's so cool.
Well, it doesn't mean I'm fast, but I do stuff.
That is so cool. Favorite place to go in Europe when you're not biking or on a yacht?
Italy.
Italy. Northern Italy?
I'll say around Puglia, which is like not that known. Way cool place.
Really?
Has ocean, has some Turkish influence, Italy. It's like very cool.
I'm a big Venice person.
Venice is amazing.
It is incredible.
Venice
and then
is
what is it,
amazing.
Lake Como? Was that the
Lake
northern
Como.
up in northern Italy is unreal.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Like
spot
you're like,
too.
how is this real?
Yeah, there's a lot to like in Italy.
And you also feel like when I went to Rome, I felt like I was going to get robbed every 15 seconds. Was that just me, or have you felt that way?
I probably just tried to not have anything around on me to be able to.
Yeah, to rob. Yeah.
So I
like, well, here's an apple.
Because there are fountains everywhere.
I know, it's incredible. I think they said there's 90% of the world's oldest buildings are all in Rome, which is crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
You're like 90%. Another 10% probably in Greece or something. I don't know, but that is absolutely incredible. Yeah. So when you get your family together, are we going back on a cruise or where are you going?
So we are actually going to go to Club Med in Portugal in September. Because my daughter's graduating from Oxford, and so we're going to go to Club Med.
So what does one do at Club Med?
Just lots of activity.
A lot of fun. I'll say my favorite part. Do you tell me if you've been here? Marriott Ocean Club in Maui. Have you ever done that?
No, I've been to Maui, but I haven't done that.
Okay, you've got to do that. It's incredible. It is like mind blowing. I love it.
Cool.
It's like it's literally like 20 feet from pool to ocean, and it's just like the kids. They can't. When you have a bunch of, I have 7 little kids. 7. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Wow.
So when you have a lot of kids, you're kind of like when you're on vacation, you can't really relax. You're like, is somebody gonna steal one of my kids?
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're on an island, it's a little different, and like in a little area like that, you don't feel like you're not so paranoid. You can actually rest and relax and everything else. It's been so fun
just getting all 7.
Yeah, I know. Can you imagine? The plane rides are like a total joke. I'm like, I feel like I should go up and down the aisles and like just apologize in advance.
How old are they?
16 down to 2.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot, but they're actually really good, cute kids and travelers. But it's like it can be a little bit stressful, and I feel like I should give everyone like a goodie bag. Yeah. all the other passengers, just in case one of them starts whining. But so May, tentatively, we have you scheduled to be a keynote for our Retail Collective 2026, which I think everybody would be so excited to hear from you. These events are great, and I can't think of a better speaker. I mean, most people they run a great, wonderful company, but you have a lot of companies that you kind of oversee with a lot, and all of those businesses are totally different skill sets. Like starting like a transportation company versus a hotel. It's like there's not a lot of overlap there.
Gotta have good people working for you.
You gotta.
I'm very fortunate to have that.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
It's an absolute thrill.
Thank you.
In the fast-paced world of retail, technology can be a transformative force, reshaping the way businesses operate and consumers shop. Is your retail organization leveraging technology to its top capabilities? Evolving your technology capabilities can help enhance visibility into your business, decrease risk of increasing cybersecurity incidents, accelerate productivity with artificial intelligence, and more. Deeply immersed in the consumer products industry, Baker Tilly professionals bring customized solutions that can help you find the right technology fit. Visit bakertilly.com to learn more.